What is up, guys? So I am not going to be in the chat too much. As you can see, I don't have them up on screen for me to see. So if I get like a game over screen or when we're loading, I'm definitely going to be looking at that chat on my phone. But otherwise, I'm kind of just going to be playing through this as I regularly would a game. I've tried to adjust audio as best I can. Essentially, though, for the majority of this, I'm not really going to be interacting with you guys too much. I just kind of want to have a fresh experience of playing through this. So you'll kind of see me going in blind. I've watched, some of my friends stream a little bit of it, so I'm going into this pretty much blind. I'm excited to see what I think, and I'm just going to give you guys all of my honest thoughts. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and do normal, just because, again, I just want to kind of experience this. I'm not looking for a huge challenge quite yet.
You know that old saying, never meet your heroes? Well, I did. And it was awesome! The Avengers were everything I imagined.
Hello, San Francisco!
Alright, so since I'm not playing yet, Arkham Gaming, no, I think these are pretty much the graphics we have.
At once. Try to keep up.
I don't think that the graphics are going to adjust too much after this beta. I will say it looks pretty good, though.
Yeah, obviously. Figured I'd let you catch up. Whoa! This just got a whole lot more interesting.
Let's make this quick.
Where? Thor, see if you can clear a path on the bridge.
Aye. Go, go, go! We gotta leave armed men out here. We need backup.
That felt pretty good.
Not worthy.
Okay, this feels pretty good to just hop in, I will say that. Like, it's not a difficult combat system. Okay, so it's B to dodge. It's a bit of a learning curve, but other than that, this is pretty...
Tony, Thor, what's your status?
There are mortals trapped. But Thor, thanks for the assist. We got civilians trapped behind those barricades. Understood. Stay behind me. I will deal with them. We got you, Thor.
Okay...
This should be fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Thor, who we dealing with here?
They did not introduce themselves.
Hang on, those guns are shield issue. I'll get Commander Hill on the line. Cap, they picked today for a reason. Agreed, Bruce. I'm staying with the Chimera until we figure out what's going on.
That's by far my favorite thing so far. Oh, okay, you can save this dude.
Are you hurt?
No, just stuck.
Lucky
There we
for
go.
You, I am mighty.
Thank you, Thor.
Get to safety.
Okay, so my biggest thing so far with this game... Hang on, that button prompt just disappeared, and that was kind of important. Okay, there we go. So far, my biggest issue is the dialogue, in all honesty. Like, the game looks fine, it plays pretty good so far. The dialogue is a bit cringe, though, I'll be honest.
Thor, thank you.
Stay down. Help is on the way.
Okay, that's good.
Gotta admit it, that was pretty impressive.
I agree, Nolan North.
Ooh, cocky. I like that.
Yeah, so far, I'll be honest, like, this is fun, but I do agree it's still kind of clunky. It's not, like, the greatest combat system I've ever experienced, but it is fun. This is something that I could see myself playing for a whole story. I'm thinking that tomorrow I will, I'm thinking that tomorrow I'll review this game, or the beta, and just kind of my overall experience playing through it. And then I'm also thinking that perhaps the next day I'll do a ranking. I'll rank how I feel each character plays. And just so that you guys know, I'm not looking at the chat right now. If I get like a game over screen or a loading screen, I'll look through and kind of see what I'm doing. But
Just got confirmation.
okay, this one's
Shield convoy was hijacked this morning.
This is one of Fury's morning briefs I never read? Come on, Tony, those are important.
this is kind of hard actually,
Whatever.
because you can't aim in a direction that you're not flying. It looks like. Okay, that's not too bad though.
Glad Fury kept all my bets.
Took me a second.
Place.
Those rockets are doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, I know. I built the damn thing.
Cap, we should secure the Terrigen crystal if that thing gets hit.
This actually looks pretty good.
Tarleton's heading down to the reactor chamber now.
Marketing did not do this game justice, as we kind of all knew it wasn't, but like it's actually a pretty fun game.
Behind cover.
If they'd have marketed it as just like a fun game,
Movie extras shout at me.
Avengers, the convoy is carrying classified shield prototypes. Fury is tracking down the full manifest.
Hell, how's the cat? Oh, tell Fury I really love being shot at with my
okay,
own
I like the versatility of Iron Man. I like that he has really good ground combat, but then also,
Didn't know you were listening to that part.
you know, good air combat as well. I think that that's important with...
Would be running away by now.
Can't shake the feeling we're playing catch up. There's something else going on here.
I like that each character plays just slightly different than each other. I'm sure it's not quite as impressive as it seems initially, but
All right, whose bright idea was it to outfit shield trucks with turrets?
Tony!
Oh, right, mine.
I hate that charging up, so far at least from what I can tell, it doesn't seem to do that much more damage. Like if I charge up a full heavy attack, I feel like it should immediately destroy this thing. That's more of just like a personal preference, though. Most important thing is that it looks good, though. Like, this game, the combat looks good, and it works. It works. It's functional.
Nothing. Everything's just peachy. Just hoping these guys don't have... They take it back. They've got pulsar tanks.
Cap, that ship's not ready for flight. Why is it moving?
Someone's initiated the security protocols. The Chimera's autopilot has taken over.
You'll need backup. We're heading back.
Negative. Secure the bridge. Those weapons can't get into the city.
Copy that. You're up, Bruce.
Okay, this is pretty fun. Okay, those jumps feel pretty massive. Yeah, so I've heard that Hulk is really fun in this intro, but then once you're kind of in the less destructible environment areas, it kind of becomes less so. But we'll see. So far, I'm liking him.
Tony, Thor, got some of those flyers on me.
Annoying little guys, aren't they? On my way.
Okay. And I guess I just keep going this way.
You know, I was thinking today was going to be what
That's another thing, is that this game, there's a few areas so far, it's happened more than once, where I kind of feel like I'm not exactly sure where I'm supposed to go. Like, it's not, you know, quite as refined in that sense as, like, say, a Naughty Dog game, where you kind of always know the general direction that you're headed, for the most part. But I gotta say, so far I'm really enjoying this, like, a lot more than the marketing made me think I would.
We don't take him out.
Hurry up, big guy. Can't take much more punishment.
Yeah, see, those special abilities are awesome. If the main story can keep up set pieces like this for the whole game, I will be pretty satisfied. Okay. There we go.
Shit.
Oh, there we go.
Charge! Inventions are dangerous, Stark.
Hey, those weapons were meant for the good guys.
Is that supposed to be a joke?
Not the time. Get your heads in the game.
So far, I actually do like the
What's going on over
graphics.
Not sure now.
It looks like a good
Seems
comic
the
book
reactor's
aesthetic.
malfunctioning. I'm getting strange readings on the monitors, like we're being pulled to a heat signal in the bay.
Like, of course, it's not photorealistic or anything, but I feel like they did the next best thing, which is to make it kind of that more vibrant pop art
Repeat that,
style.
Cap. I'm having trouble hearing.
Nat, do you read?
So far, I've liked each character more than the last. Like, yeah, so far this is my favorite one. Like, Thor was pretty good, but then Hulk was, or sorry, Iron Man was great. And then
Steve, do you read?
Hulk was a lot of fun. Well, I don't know.
Carlton, are you there? Being cut off.
Captain, we have a problem!
I know, Doc. We're trying to hijack the
Is there a way to, like, auto-lock onto these guys? Because that's so far the biggest difference between something like this and Arkham is that Arkham, like, will auto-navigate you to who you're trying to hit, whereas this one, it feels a little less smooth, but not by much at all. Like, this is a really great... It's pretty good. Oh, cool. I like that. See, I'm aiming right at them. See, that's one where I don't know if it's just me not aiming correctly or if that's the game just kind of being silly. Oh, there we... Oh, okay, so I had to hold it. That was my bad. Okay.
Carlton, I need an update.
The reactor won't stabilize! The turret's molecular structure is breaking down into a gas! Something below is feeding energy into the reactor! It's extraordinary!
Also, just so that you guys know, I have to go record the Anonymous Throwdown podcast in a little bit, so I'm not going to be on this for very long.
Doc, I'll get back to you.
I like the combo takedowns. Those are good.
Avengers, do you read? What's happening out there?
See, the thing is, like, is this a game that's as good as, like, Arkham or, you know, even Spider-Man? No, not necessarily, but it's a lot of fun. This is something that I could see myself playing the multiplayer on. This is something that I could see myself just having a really good time with. Not when it comes to an Avengers game, honestly, that's all I need. I just wish that that's how they'd marketed it instead of, like, this, you know.
Avengers, if you
It feels like they marketed all the wrong parts of this game in hopes of trying to make it seem more prestigious. But there's nothing wrong with it just being like a fun Avengers brawler game.
I repeat, a sonic disruptor bomb. Secure the asset at once.
I saw a little bit of Miss Marvel on Slick's stream yesterday. So far, not very impressed.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Now that is an entrance.
Taskmaster.
We need to get that detonator. That bomb goes off, it could liquefy everything within a 10-mile radius.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Tony, Thor, the cables! I'll handle the freak detonator.
Dude, say what you will about this game, though, and again, I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. They got a really good voice cast. I mean, Nolan North, Troy Baker, Laura Bailey, like, just the OGs. They're all so good. Travis Willingham. The only one I'm less familiar with is Captain America's voice actor, but so far he's doing a good job as well. The writing of the dialogue might grow on me. So far I think it's a bit cringy, but I don't know. None of these guys have put in a bad performance, like, ever, so that's not something we have to worry about. I am impressed that they have so many destructible environments going on and there's no frame rate lag. I will say that. This is a lot more fun to play than it was to watch.
You know, I was hoping to face you.
Funny, I'm never giving you a second thought. Come and get it!
Okay, this is fun. Is there something else I'm supposed to be doing? I can't tell. Yeah, that must be. That's the only thing I can do. There we go. So far that actually was good. The problem was it was a bit repetitive already. That was like maybe 2 times doing that too much. They could have cut that bit down. Textures could be a little bit higher resolution.
Did I break your little jetpack?
That's my biggest issue though. I mean, the models, the designs, I actually like them.
Hand it over!
Come and get it.
Taking your usual notes? Now come on. The more I fight, the more you learn, right?
It's called photographic reflexes.
It's called unoriginal.
See, this is good. Like, this is a good balanced combat system that feels nice and smooth, and it looks good. I mean, having that city in the background and having the time of day, it's pretty good.
The entire weapon
You're interrupting.
Cut off from your captain.
Hand over the detonator, and maybe I won't drop kick you.
I like that they have these different stages too, that like kind of change it up a little bit. It's a cool ability.
Must be frustrating. Always one step.
You're after the Chimera, aren't you? What are you gonna do with it? Sell it to the highest bidder?
I'm after something much more valuable.
What's that?
I won't spoil the surprise.
I like that he has some of those abilities, because he's Taskmaster, so he would know how to use...
Still trying to piece it together?
You giving up?
Not a chance! So, where is your
Sorry, I thought I was done, so I looked at the chat. That was a mistake. Was there a button I was supposed to press?
You're not the brains behind this. And this smells like this.
Okay, what just happened? Look at that.
Done talking.
There we go.
Next time, take better notes. Guess you saw that coming, huh?
You think you've won?
What the hell are you talking about?
Look around, Romanov. The world will remember this day. The day their heroes failed them.
What's happening here?
The city's collapsing.
Damn it, they played us. Steve, can you hear me? Get the hell out of there!
Screw this.
It actually is pretty amazing how much they've cleaned up this game in the amount of time that they've had since the initial 8A trailer.
5 years ago, the Avengers paraded dangerous, untested technology causing damage on an unprecedented scale. Our beloved Captain America was killed during the attempted theft of this technology.
I honestly kind of
Thousands
hate
other innocent
these kinds of
people
cutscenes.
died, and many more still bear the scars of what has come to be known as A-Day.
I don't know. These types of cutscenes just feel so low budget to me.
In strange cocoons, only to emerge with dangerous, otherworldly powers. With no known cure, the disease has spread across the country, and while both S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Avengers promised to rectify the situation, it was Dr. Banner's testimony that brought about the end of an era.
You so-called heroes transformed San Francisco into an infectious, gas-filled quarantine zone. You unleashed diseased, powerful beings that wreak havoc throughout our nation. Many still lay dormant, unidentified. So I ask you again, Dr. Banner, do the Avengers pose a danger to society?
Yes. Their activities outlawed, the once mighty heroes disbanded. But out of tragedy is born hope. After the government liquidation of Stark Industries, Dr. George Tarleton, himself a victim of A-Day and founder of Advanced Idea Mechanics, thinks science is the solution to our nation's problems.
I wish I knew what happened to Captain Rogers that day, but I was nowhere near the reactor room. I don't have those answers, but I can promise you this. I will use this second chance to make you safe. AIM will find a cure for the inhuman disease.
Tony stashed most of his stuff here when Stark Industries went under. And if anyone knows where Tony is, it's Jarvis. This trail should take us to the Archive's secret entrance.
Cool. Well, it's a nice day for a hike.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Are you wearing that communications bud I gave you?
Yeah, practically invisible. So why did you get back to the
This is Walmart, The Last of Us.
I didn't. He did.
So, did he scare away the resistance?
You know, honestly, Kamala, I don't remember anyone being there. Now, the big guy had a run-in with a few S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, but after that, nothing.
Oh, right. I think I found something!
Her voice. I'm sorry. I think it's great that they have... I think it's great for representation that she's in the game. I just don't like the writing for her. She's really kind of obnoxious.
Let me help.
Thanks.
And it's not the voice actress's fault. Like, she sounds fine. It's just her dialogue and the frequency in which she talks is just grating.
So what does Jarvis actually look like?
Like an outdated hard drive from 1998.
Okay, new question. What does a 1998
Taladia is in the chat. What's up, dude?
Wow.
Again, guys, I'm not looking at the chat tons, but this part, there's not much going on.
You don't see places like this in Jersey City. It's nice. Peaceful.
Yeah, it's been a while. Tony used to let me come here, give me space to calm down or break things.
I can see that.
Finally. This means we're close. Oh, wait. That's well, it's shut.
Got it. Send in containment units.
Dr. Banner, what do I do?
Run.
What?
Sounds good, Taladia. I'll check in a little bit. I'm doing this, and then I'm doing the Anonymous Throwdown podcast with Slick Moth and Salvage and some of those guys. But hold R2 to activate Rage. I hate that I have to hold that down. Okay, so far Hulk is pretty OP, but I love it.
This is bad. Crap!
Surrender quietly. You have been warned.
Things crawling all over the place. Get here so fast.
See, already I'm kind of getting a little bit like, this is pretty button mashy. It's not bad, it's just, I don't know, that... Yeah, so I'm probably going to end up getting this game on launch. I mean, is it kind of a mess? Yeah. But is it a fun mess? Yes. I can see myself having a few hours of fun with it. See, like, look, like, all these floating rocks. Like, is that supposed to be there? I don't know. Or that thing that's still just standing there, kind of. I don't know. It might be just part of the level. It just kind of looks weird. Yeah, it's Laudia. Work is, it's work. I'm not loving it. Work on, you know, screenplays and filmmaking and game design and stuff, that's going pretty well, actually. I'm having a lot of fun with that. But in terms of, like, my day job, it is, it's very boring, very uninspiring, but I don't know. I'm hopeful for the future. Okay, so I can sprint, it looks like. And... jeez. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so where do I go? See, this has kind of been my major issue thus far, is it's like... was I not supposed to come up here? I don't know. Oh, there we go. They need to make those a little bit more apparent.
I can tell by your silence that you are not amused. That's okay. I don't think Bruce likes my jokes either. Okay. Okay. I won't mention the guy with the glasses. What? Oh, crap, you're right. This doesn't look temporary.
Hey. We good? Okay. We're cool. I guess.
Ugh. Kate, her dialogue, they needed to cut out 80% of her dialogue. She talks way too much. And it's all just fanboy stuff, or fangirl rather. It's a bunch of fangirl stuff. It's like,
I'm having the longest shower.
I'm so excited that I get to hang out with the Avengers, and I'm an Avenger, but I'm also not, kinda. The thing that I appreciate, though, is that clearly a lot of work went into this. Like, it looks... it does show that. And, I mean, we even look at games like Red Dead 2 and The Last of Us 2 and stuff, and you hear about, like, the crunch, and that potentially some of those devs had to work more than they maybe should have. And I'd rather take a game that looks like this if it means that the developers are, you know, taken care of. I think that's very important. So, again, I'm going to be honest. I think Miles Morales is going to be a more polished game. I think that Batman is going to be probably more fun, but I don't think that this is going to be bad at all. Okay. I genuinely do not know where I'm going. There we go. Okay.
Guess AIM took over the place. Still think Mr. Stark's here?
I like how the Hulk has a beard. That's funny.
Yeah, that works.
I feel like this game is gonna probably have the most fun in the multiplayer, but it's gonna have the most polish in the main story, where it has all these destructible environments for who you're playing as. And so far, like, I mean, that Taskmaster boss battle, that was a good one. That was on par with, like, you know, that's like an A tier boss, B tier boss battle. It was good.
Closing it all down. I'm in. These vents are huge. Looks like AIM built around the original archive. Everything's new.
I feel like this is a combat system that will actually be pretty fun once I get past, like, that button mash beginning for it. Will Wolverine be added? I don't know, but I don't think he's the most unrealistic choice. I think that there's a good chance we'll see Black Panther. I think potentially Doctor Strange or Scarlet Witch or one of the Fantastic Four members, perhaps. See, the game just lacks a little bit of polish that I wish it just had a little bit more of. Like, it's not a bad game, that's the thing. Like, it's pretty good. I just wish that it had a little, that like extra little bit of polish. IGN, I thought, actually had a really great outlook on this game, and they said that in the pursuit of trying to please both the single player and multiplayer communities, they kind of did a bit of a disservice to both. Because then it's not a robust single player, but it's also not really, you know, a fully dedicated multiplayer experience. It's funny because I actually, just knowing Rocksteady, I really do think that there's a chance that Suicide Squad could be like this, except with perhaps a bit more refinement. And don't get me wrong, like, this is fun. I'm having fun playing this. I'm excited to play through the story. I'm actually liking it a lot more than I thought I would. As of right now, this is like a 7 out of 10. Which is not bad, by the way. Like, for me, I'm actually a really harsh grader, so 7 out of 10 is pretty good. Like, it's a pretty good experience. Human Torch would be dope, I agree. That would be cool. I do wish that there was more of like a counter rather than just the dodge, but it's all good. I'm glad that I will always say I respect when they when they don't just copy like the Arkham combat. I really respect when they do something different, which clearly they have done. Okay. Which door? This one?
Retract the walkways. Evac the subjects to Site 3.
Carlton's here?
So once again, I think if they had just marketed this as a fun, brawling Avengers game with single player and multiplayer, and marketed the multiplayer more heavily, I don't think that there would have been as much hesitation about what this game is, because playing it, I'm like, oh, okay, you know, I get this. It's fun, it's good, but that marketing just was not good for the game. I also don't love that I'm fighting robots. I don't know. Yeah, so for the environments also feel kind of samey, in all honesty. And it's not like, you know, like this attention to detail here, it's not quite on par with something like Spider-Man or Arkham, but I don't think that's really the point, because again, primarily this is a brawler game that you're kind of just supposed to smash your way through, which is fine. It's just not what it was marketed as.
This isn't you. This monster isn't you, Doctor. He wouldn't want this research destroyed.
Even the movement is just a little bit clunky. Like, even just walking feels a little off to me. I don't know if that's just me, but I don't know. Okay, how do I get these shield guys? Like, there we go. You have to hold Y. Problem is that when you hold Y, sometimes it doesn't work so well. Because then you get attacked and then it breaks your build-up. I'm probably just going to do this mission. I believe that there's a third story mission that you can play through as well, but I'm probably going to end after this just so that I can hop on that podcast. Actually, yeah, it's 3:30. Yeah, so I got to wrap this one up, and then Evan, I play PS4, Xbox One, PC. I play all of them. Except, I don't know. I haven't played Nintendo too much. I've played some, but not very much. So like that, I was aiming to go up, but instead let's just build up a little bit of health. I'm definitely going to be purchasing this one on PS4 because of Spider-Man, but I was actually going to get this one on Xbox, because I haven't gotten a new Xbox game in a while. I think the last one was Fallen Order, actually. Wow. Yeah, it's been a while. Alright, let's see if we can do this right this time. There we go. Yes, I am playing on PS4 now. Once again, huge shout out to, I believe his current Twitter @ is Outlaws_0. He was the one who was able to get me the beta code to play this. I had an incident this last month where my bank account was hacked and I got a bunch of fraudulent charges, so I had to freeze my account. So I wasn't able to pre-order the game for the beta, so it's thanks to him that you get to see me stumble through these first few missions. I will say A-Day was a lot cleaner than this one. That's something I will totally acknowledge right now. A-Day was actually really polished. This one, not so much. It's still fun, but so far, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's fun, but also I kind of feel like I've just done the same thing for about 20 minutes now. Or I've just, like, hit the same buttons over and over to beat countless thugs and in, like, you know, fine but not super remarkable combat scenario where I'm pretty much just button mashing, so it's like I said, like, I feel like the gameplay itself will really shine in the multiplayer, but the environments and the story beats will definitely work much better in the main story. And the main story, I mean, it's fine. It's a fine Avengers setup. It's just not as interesting as, you know, as they were kind of leading it on to be. And like, I don't know, the flow of combat, like the literacy of the combat here, it's not really structured enough to really, you know, require much skill. You kind of just button mash and then dodge if you remember to dodge, and if not, it's again, like the literacy of it, it's like even when you do remember to dodge, it's not always clean enough that you're not gonna get hurt. Yeah, so anyone who wants to play with me, just so that you know, I actually don't have the online capability. What is it? PS now, I think. I got Xbox Live Gold because that's what my family primarily uses, so that's what I purchased so that my my siblings could play more online. But yeah, so I'm totally dead. My PSN is J, lowercase, and then capital A, so it's J Arkham Gamer, I believe. Oh, yeah, you're right. I've probably been supposed to getting skill upgrades. Hey, Kobe, what's up? We're just trying this out quick, and then I'm hopping on ATD with you guys. Yep, I just got a friend request, and yep, you guys can friend me. I'll accept those as soon as I can, and then I probably won't have time to do the multiplayer for this beta since I just got it. But next weekend when they do the open beta, and more of you guys will probably have it by then. So, and actually, I could probably do it on Xbox and PS4 if it's open, since I have both systems. So I don't know, that could be fun. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the enemy types. And like I said, 8A was really like a polished, nice experience, but this one is like kind of... It's not bad, it's just less so. Nice.
I'm in something called a Terragenesis lab? What is this?
Yeah, if they added in more complex combat mechanics and add in gameplay elements that aren't combat-based, yeah, I agree, because, like, so far all that I've done is combat, and the thing is, this game is really built to be a multiplayer game, and
You made it!
they added the single-player campaign, which is nice, but it shouldn't have been the focal point of the marketing. What am I getting first? PS5 or Series X on the day they go pre-order? Oh, you don't need PS Now to play online. That's good to know. I just don't know if I'll have time today, but yeah, definitely open beta.
Hulk, I need you.
But I will be getting PS5 first.
Smash!
Oh, her dialogue. And here's why. It's because I have my Xbox One. They've confirmed that no exclusives are coming to Series X that will not be on Xbox One, so I don't really have a reason to get the Series X for a while, really. With PS5, I know that I'm going to have to play, you know, I know that I'm going to have to play, Miles Morales, if they do a Last of Us 3. Let's do,
Humans from your fate. They want a cure.
He's lying! He's not saving anyone!
I wish you didn't have to come to this.
So ultimately, like, I'm going to get both systems. I'm going to get the Series X and the PS5. The only problem is that with Series X, there's not really a need to get it immediately, whereas PS5, and I mean, it's good or bad just depending on how you feel about Sony doing it, they're making it very much that if you want to play Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2 and Last of Us 3 and God of War 2, you need PS5. And so just because I'm a fan of those games, that's the system I'll go with first.
But you're weak. Both of you.
Alright. Yeah, and then see, like, why do I have to fight another 5 robots? Like, let's just get to the next stage here. Yeah, like I said, to me, this is a 7 out of 10 game. It's not bad by any means. It's just like, eh. You know, it's not like on the same level of hype that I was for Spider-Man or, you know, Arkham. Like, I'm currently more excited for Miles Morales, in all honesty. This is a bit of a learning curve, in all honesty. I don't know. It's actually going to be hard to do a ranking on which characters I like the most, just because they aren't really... I don't know. Like, on A-Day, I thought I really liked Hulk, but now playing through this, like, he's already kind of stale for me. I'm like, meh, I'm ready to move on. Let's see if we can hurry and finish this up, though, before I have to hop off. I have a few more minutes.
I can see you fighting him. You don't want to be this thing, but you're weak. Both of you.
And then see, there's so much going on in combat at once. Like, rather than making it like a reasonable amount, it's like almost too much, and it's kind of sometimes hard to tell like what's exactly going on here. Yeah, I'm not loving this mission, in all honesty. It's fine. It feels like a bigger budget Ultimate Alliance, almost. Alright, I gotta regenerate here. There we go. Finally.
You can't stop the Hulk, then I will.
See, but like even after that whole mission, it's like I don't feel like I'm super empowered like the Hulk. I just am like, finally. Gosh.
Get out of there! Run!
See, this is more fun than the combat. It's just like smashing through stuff. Like,
Hulk? Hulk! No way. The archive.
yeah, it's Lottie. I did see that Ed Boon will be at DC Fandom.
Found Mr. Stark's archive.
I think that could
I'm
work,
gonna try to get it open, okay?
but I don't know.
Right, the switches. Get on it, Kamala.
There we go. Okay. So it's gonna be this way. Hey Vincent, thanks for joining. We're actually wrapping up right now.
Uh-oh. They know I'm here now.
So far, she's actually almost more combat balanced than Hulk just because she can reach further and kind of stay out of the thick of everything.
Looks like I got a fight on my hands.
Okay, her dialogue, stop it.
Guess I've got to keep flipping switches to get the power on.
See, if I live stream this entire game, you're gonna hear that me going like, just because I cannot stand her dialogue.
Stop messing around, Kamala. Time to flip some switches.
Where? It's not that way. There we go. Alright, after this fight, I gotta head out, guys. Okay, yeah, that's good. I like that. I actually think that she's one of the best characters to control so far, which, I mean, you'd hope so because, well, I guess she's the main character, but... I don't know. Again, this is like 7 out of 10 for me. I like it. I should have done a lot more damage on both. What?
Please activate secondary systems.
See, they almost need to have like waypoints in here even. Just because it's like, I guess it's that one probably over here. They just like don't really make it clear like what exactly you're looking for, and it takes a second to be like, oh, okay. And I had that even in the kind of traversal areas, even with Hulk, where I just had no idea where I was even going.
Jeez, this has to be the last of them, right?
I don't think this is the last of them. I mean, I've already fought 30 waves of these guys in 5 rooms, so... They just take too long to beat. Like, if these guys could all get wiped out in, like, 2 hits, then it'd be way more fun. And if, like, they couldn't break my, combo every 2 seconds, too. That's another thing.
Secondary systems activated. All units online. Portals unlocked.
That door should open now.
People are gonna get mad at me for saying this, but it kind of does feel like that initial thing that everyone said. Like, it kind of feels like,
In this super cool pile of Avengers stuff.
Oh my gosh, stop talking. It almost feels like a glorified Lego game. You know, it has the cringy dialogue, every character has special abilities, but ultimately they kind of do the same thing. You know, it's like, oh, go do this thing 3 times and then we'll open the door for you.
To Tony. I know I shouldn't be freaking out right now, but I'm freaking out. Tony Stark's guitar!
Yeah, I know, right, Kobe? So yesterday I was thinking, what if they just let you like make your own silent protagonist, since that's kind of what they're going with anyway. I don't know, like for representation I get it, but her dialogue is just so bad. It's not the voice actress, it's not the character, it's the dialogue. It's awful. I cannot stand it at all.
Worth a try.
Okay, well,
What's over here? Looking sharp, guys.
all right, after this cutscene I gotta call it quits. I gotta hop on the podcast.
No way. Jarvis. Now to find Hulk and get out of here.
What you got there, Cricket? Why don't you let me have that?
I don't think so.
The problem is that there's no consistency with her character. She's either crying or she's like super chipper like Kelly from The Office, like, oh my gosh, I'm in Avengers! Or she's like acting like all tough or quirky. There's no consistency as to what she is, and that makes it even more annoying.
There's something wrong. Something different. Present for you. Banner inside of you.
Yeah, and then see, even this boss battle is kind of less interesting than the 8A one on the bridge with Taskmaster. Like, it's fine. I just wish that there was a little bit more to it. Like, and people like always assume that like I'm critiquing it because I hate it or something. It's not. It's just if I'm gonna play an Avengers game, I want to play a really darn good Avengers game. You know. Oh, okay. Maybe I spoke a little too soon. I do like that they change up the environments and some of those character encounters. Let's see if we can hurry and beat this fight. I know that I keep saying it, but I really do have to go. What time is it? 55. Yeah, I gotta head out. All right. Thanks you guys so much for tuning in. I did like this more than I was expecting I would. So far it's a 7 out of 10. I'll see if that changes as I play a little bit more. I'm not going to have time to do multiplayer on this beta, but the open beta is next weekend, so look forward to that. I'll probably be getting it on Xbox and PlayStation, just since it's the free open beta. The full game I'm going to get on PlayStation, of course, but I don't know if I'm going to get it at launch. Probably. It's like a 7 out of 10. I am interested to see where the story goes. Not a huge fan of Miss Marvel's dialogue, but so far it's a pretty decent experience. So again, thanks you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys later.